Why hello there, welcome to yet another T-shirt sucks at Binding of Isaac Rebirth video. I'm about a third into the Rebirth videos, so it will be a while, but in between I'll also be posting Afterbirth greed mode videos as soon as I start playing it in about Halloween, so bear with me. In the meantime, this is the 8th recorded run that I'm putting on YouTube, this time with probably one of my favourite characters. I think he's like my third favourite character or something, Lazarus. Now, even though he's one of my favourites, not really had that much luck with him really. I guess I just need a little bit more practice with the little guy. The Resurrectee, because Lazarus, according to the Bible, was one of the guys Jesus brought back to life, so, but then again, this is coming from an atheist, so I don't know what I'm talking about. Anywho. Good old Duke of Flies. Annoying little bugger. So what will I be talking about today? Well, I tried to make my videos a bit more on the educational side, and I beat the guy just with Monstro's Tooth. Very handy item, especially against bosses. Not used that often because, well, there are like trillion items better than that one. What was I talking about? Oh yeah. I tried to make my videos a bit more, not educational, but more informative. It might not be as entertaining, but as you can, if you've watched my previous videos, you'll probably guess, yeah, not really the talkative type. I half gameplay, half talk. Sometimes 75% talk, blah blah blah, blee blee blue. Insert Keisha. What was it? How do you pronounce her name? KE$HA. I don't know. It's probably in a dictionary somewhere. Yeah, in this case, I will be talking a bit more about Binding of Isaac Afterbirth, which has come out October the 30th. Now, I've mentioned it a few times in previous videos, but I never really got into detail as to what's going to be in it, if for those who aren't aware of the new additions and all the reveals from Ed McMillan's posts on the Is Isaac Dead Tumblr forum, if you could call it that. Yeah, I don't use Tumblr. But I read it, and there's quite a lot of nice little trinkets here and there. For example, new bosses. There's Little Horn, which is if they fixed Loki, pretty much. Harder, more evasive. Just basically a better boss all round. Because I don't know about you, but Loki sucks as a boss. Easy, lemon, squeezy, with peasy in between easy and the lemon squeezy. Another new boss includes Ragman, who's probably going to be a new favourite because he's a niche. He's a tiny guy, a tiny mummy. And mummies are cool. Well, unless you're talking about those films with Brendan Fraser. I mean, the first one was alright, the second one was okay, but the third one, what's the third one? I imagine it's meh, sequels. Unless your name's like Star Wars, Toy Story, or I guess Indiana Jones, then usually sequels aren't as good as the original. Never will be. Unless you're like one of those small, sort of like rare trilogies from the 80s. So skipperoo to the next boss, Monstro. Let's go all meta here and kill him with Monstro. Oh, it didn't work. Oh well, what can you do? So that should have been an achievement, kill Monstro with Monstro's Tooth, but that would probably have been a bit too specific. Anyway, more about Afterbirth. There are new bosses, but there are also a ton of new enemies. I won't spoil the ones that were spoiled in the Tyrone Rodriguez streams. There are a couple of them on YouTube, because fortunately some users were able to record the stream on Twitch. If you don't want to be spoiled, then don't worry, this video won't. I'll just sort of be a bit general about it, so no proper spoilers. A nice good old screw. Something I have no experience of doing. Just screwing, no. Anywho, Afterbirth, yeah. There are 25 plus new enemies. They're like, apparently there's going to be 8 new bosses, thousands of new rooms, including really small rooms to make life more difficult for you as a Binding of Isaac player. There's also going to be alternative chapters. There's going to be one for the basement slash cellar. There's going to be one for the caves slash catacombs. And there's going to be one for the depth slash necropolis. Not sure if there are going to be alternative chapters. I doubt it though for cathedral, sheol, dark room and chest. You're probably wondering, what are those places? What are you talking about? Well, yeah, okay. It's been out Rebirth's been out for about a year and a half, something like that. So most of you probably who are fascinated by Rebirth will probably know that already. But if you don't know, then go ahead and look it up at Gamepedia, the Gamepedia page. And there's bound to be billions of YouTube videos talking about. This is just assuming that you played Rebirth like I have and just haven't caught up to speed with Afterbirth, really. Yeah, I actually watched a couple of the Tyron Rodriguez streams, not live, but the recorded ones that you can find on YouTube. They're about an hour and a half long each. And like I said, I won't spoil anything, but I will just tease a couple of things that have been spoiled in the streams themselves. For example, I think 3 of the new bosses have been spoiled on the streams, and all I will hint at is they're not completely original. That's what I'm going to go to, really. So, in total, about 5 out of the 8, supposed 8 anyway, new bosses have been revealed in some form, whether it be confirmed by Ed McMillan, Nicholas, or not. 2 of which are the new ones like Ragman and Little Horn. The other 3, yeah, like I said, those not necessarily original ones. Also, what's been spoiled is the new alternative chapter for cave slash catacombs, such as the catacombs being the area that I'm playing in right now. Well, not literally right now, but I'm in the footage here. Literally, what this around the player, which is me back then, with this guy, is the catacombs. I've seen it, and I gotta say, it's not too bad. Not a drastic change, but then again, it's got to have some similarities to the original area, so yeah, I quite like it. And I won't say what it is or what it's called or anything, but all I'll say is it looks pretty cool. Also, what's been revealed on the streams is, well, actually, I'm surprised that, as far as I know, Lilith hasn't really been shown in the footage, really, not playable form. We've only just heard about what she does and saw like a gif of it, but they haven't really used her yet, so I'd be interested to know what her 3 items are, because according to the Ed McMillan posts, Lilith is unique in that she doesn't shoot tears, but her familiar, the new familiar called Incubus, will be shooting the tears for her. She also has a new item called I think it's like the golden box or something. And she has something else, but that's most likely a trinket. I don't know either. Your guess is as good as mine. they also revealed one of the new effects of one of the pills, which are these little, well, pills-shaped things. If you've played the game already, you'll know that pills are random. Unless you pick them up in a previous level or such, you will never know what you're about to pick, since you're probably thinking, well, what about the pattern on the pill? Then I'll just be able to tell what it does. No, it's random every time you play. So a yellow pill which can give you full health will not be the same as in the next game. It's a yellow pill that will probably screw you over. So it's different every time. And this new effect, I don't really get it, but I don't know, could come in handy. Maybe there's a side effect or something. I don't know. You have to watch a stream to know what I mean. Hey, that rhymes. I'm a poet and I do not acknowledge that fact. So yeah, there's not really much else to say about Afterbirth, since new info has been pretty scarce, really. He's obviously saving from, you know, ruining any, you know, hyped expectations by keeping it a bit quiet at the moment. Just congrats on him being a father with their new child. Congrats, I'm glad for him. And he released a new game called Fingered, which was a fun side project. Other than that, not much else really. It's been very quiet, so I guess they're just waiting till either the last week or October, just until the release, so everyone could discover all this new stuff themselves. And Lazarus resurrected, then died literally seconds later. What can you do? Apart from, you know, not die. Meh. But don't worry, I'm not going to quit. I start back straight away, this time in the cellar, which makes this playthrough a bit trickier at the start. So yeah, originally my first Lazarus recorded run was going to be the original, I think, third recorded run, but I deleted it because the file size was too big. It wouldn't Sony Vegas wouldn't recognize it. Therefore, I didn't want to compress it too much, otherwise the quality will decrease dramatically. So I just got rid of it and skipped it to my first recorded Azazel run. Probably the wisest move, since the original first Lazarus run, kinda crappy. This one's not so bad though, since I get the second ending. Whoops, I just spoiled this video, but the difference is the spoilers for Afterbirth will be much more significant and important than the spoilers for footage of some guy playing Rebirth badly. So we get a nice dead bird, Eve's specialty, and I'm going to leave this video in a cliffhanger by not actually showing you which boss Lazarus faces off against next.